Om. 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं श्रुत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। ॐ तत्सत्।
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvi Tejasvinavadhitam Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai Ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you need to grasp, understand a fact, a reality, which is misconstrued. The process of inquiry is called viveka. Viveka vicharaha. Understanding itself is called viveka, viveka jnanam. The inquiry is called viveka vicharaha. Because even after the inquiry, two facts continue to remain the same as they were before, but no more confusion. A germane example for that, to prove that, is a crystal. You see a crystal, looks orange, is it orange? Looks orange, eh? No? No? Why? Blue? Suppose it looks orange. We'll make it orange, okay? It looks orange. You can take it for a color stone. Some semi-precious stone, because it's such a huge thing. If it's a small thing, it's a precious stone. That's how you get deceived. And this is a semi-precious stone, enjoying a color, orange color. And then it changes the color very quickly. The orange color is gone, kind of blue it is now, and green and so on, and you smile. What is that smile? It reveals your understanding that it is a crystal. Means it has no color of its own. And you check up the weight and all that tells you that this is a crystal. And let it continue to appear red, green, or any color. Your knowledge of crystal, being crystal clear, is never colored anymore. No matter in what form does it appear, the crystal continues to be crystal in your head. This is called knowledge. And that knowledge, we call it Viveka Vijnanam. Viveka Jnanam. In some situations, there is no perceptual change. The naked eye perception would continue. Like the sun rising in the eastern sky. It's a naked eye perception. This phenomenon is everyday phenomenon. Sunrise in the eastern sky. And it travels during the day and sets in the west. As long as you don't look at the sun from the North Pole in summer months, there it goes around you. You have midnight sun. Veda talks about it. The Indian Veda talks about midnight sun. Therefore somebody said the Veda has its origin in the North Pole. Whatever. I don't speculate. But then this phenomenon of sun rising in the eastern sky is enjoyed by you, and green and so on, no matter in what form does it appear, is everyday phenomenon. The Indian Veda talks about midnight sun. Therefore somebody said the Veda has its origin in the North Pole. Whatever. I don't speculate. But then this phenomenon of sun rising in the eastern sky is enjoyed by you, recognized by you, but your knowledge is Viveka Jnanam. Knowledge born of discriminative inquiry. The knowledge would be the sun doesn't rise even though it appears to rise. The stars don't disappear even though they appear to disappear, correct? Much less the moon wanes and waxes, even though the moon appears to wane and wax. The sky seems to be blue. There seems to be a ceiling, which is not true. In fact, all that your eyes report are wrong. Correct? Really true. Because if the tree is looked at from a distance, it is small, looks a shrub, which it is not. The stars, like little stars twinkle, they are not little stars. The tree is seen by you shining. Well, you look at that, but that's not true. It is reflected light. That is not a property of the tree. You see the Swami revealing himself, and the Swami is not a radiant Swami, an isotope Swami. It reflects like the body, therefore you see the Swami. Whatever that you see is not true. And therefore, don't get confused, okay? So let us do some yoga. And therefore, please understand. And knowledge is entirely a different thing. And therefore, you need to use your power of reasoning. And understand what is what. Being educated, you know, the sun doesn't rise, appears to rise, appears to travel. You can even explain it away. The appearance continues to be. There is a blue sky. It's all poetry. You can write about the blue sky. You can write about the clear sky. So it's all poetry. There is a truth about it. Because there is perception. But it's just a refraction of light. You know all this. And therefore, knowledge is different from your experience. Your perception, your experience. The sunrise experience is wonderful, especially a tropical sun. In India, only sunrise is good. Afterwards, you can't be in the beach. You will be shushkubal. But it's very beautiful. The sunrise. We can enjoy experience. But that experience is in spite of your knowledge that there is no sunrise. The appearance is assimilated. It is assimilated knowledge. Experience is accommodated because of your understanding. Experience is not denied. when you see me here, this is a perception. Swami is. There is no way of Swami revealing his existence to you. No way. If you close your eyes and sit there like a yoga man, except Ramanji students, all yoga students come there, come to your class, sit there. They don't sit there like that immediately. It takes 25 minutes to adjust. It takes time. And then they close their eyes and sit. I ask them, please open your eyes. And the fellow thinks that I am talking to somebody else. Because he is sleeping, okay? And, so and then pretends as though, after wakes up, then pretends as though he is enjoying, okay? And smiles and all that. Except Ramanji students. If our eyes are closed, how am I going to reach you? How will I prove my existence to you? Because I am talking, the man says, I hear you. Suppose I don't talk. I do one of those things that we sadhus are capable of doing. Without blinking, I can sit for hour, 2 hours. We have practiced all this. Some of these tricks we need to have. They will be handy. Really, I have a few tricks and then they are very handy. Because there are different types of people asking for different things. When you walk in and you see me sitting like this, and I don't blink and I continue to sit, do you know what will you think? Oh, this is a great Mahatma. It's a great sage, especially if you are an Indian. You will say, it's a Ponchikaya Mahatma. Oh, he's an exalted Mahatma. Continue. Continue. How are you going to know that Swami is here? Because I am not talking. No way. The only way is you have to open your eyes and oblige. You have to open your eyes and your eyes must have the power to see. And Swami should be sitting lighted. Understand? I should be lighted. There should be some light, lighting up the Swami. There is no way of proving my existence to you unless your ears to hear are there, your eyes to see are there, in some way you have to see me, therefore Swami is, hear me. In some way you have to perceive my existence. You hear me, therefore Swami is. And then other senses like you touch me. Certain Swamis you can smell also from a distance. He fills up the room with his presence. And therefore, so this some way you need to objectify. So without objectifying, sensorily, or in some other way, there is no way of saying Swami is. This is not a simple thing, because it has a far-reaching consequence that I cannot reveal myself. Not only me, everything else like me in the world. A sound may be there. If it is not heard by you, how do you know that there is sound? You go to a forest. Yesterday you went to this wooded place. And today morning you go, this tree has fallen. Nobody is around. When the tree fell down, it might have made a huge noise. Who heard it? Assume there was nobody around. Who heard it? Not even animals. Who heard it? Then we can say, an unheard sound, does it exist? Does an unheard sound exist? These kind of questions generally turn you to yoga to be more practical. But you can infer there might have been a big thud and sound must be there, must have been there. You can imagine. That's an inference. It's not perception. You didn't hear the sound. You presume. Without sound it cannot, without making sound it cannot fall. And therefore you conclude that there must have been sound. It might have caused a big thud sound. So that's particular way of reasoning. In other words, You don't say a fact was, a fact is, an object was, an object is, without a means of knowledge. When there is a weather forecast, something is going to be. This weekend, this will happen. There will be rains. The forecast. There is a basis for it. It is what we say inference, more than one-step inference. One-step inference is, you see the smoke, there is fire. This is one-step inference. So, one-step inference or more than one-step inference you employ to say an object is, even was is. Because it was, you are right now concluding, correct? This fact. This fact existed. This conclusion is right now made. All will be, all was, it's all right now made conclusion through a means of knowledge. And so, you can never say a thing exists or existed, will exist, without a means of knowledge. Understand now? Either direct perception, it is, you can say, or indirectly, from the perceptual data, you arrive at a conclusion. It was, it is, it will be. In all this is with reference to all things that we perceive. Sitting at this eyepiece of this huge telescope, a scientist says, I see a light right now, but the source of light is 12 billion light years away. You know, it knocks the lights out of your head. 12 billion light years away. You can understand how important are your eyes. This Big Bang theory is based upon this eye perception. Understand it. If you look at this, you can't adequately care for your eyes. This Big Bang theory, the black hole conclusion, all these are based upon visual perception. 12 billion light years away. Wow, wow. Means the light started 12 billion light years. Means if the light travels 12 billion years, How much distance? That distance away. In fact, these scientists see the past. See the past when our solar system, Milky Way, didn't exist. The Milky Way galaxy didn't exist. That is what they see. The hero of all this knowledge is you. You are the only hero. You know, you should just feel good about yourself. You are the only hero. Everything else is object of knowledge, object of discognition. Time, space, and distance, all these are objects of your cognition. You are the only one who is like yourself. I am not making this conclusion with your thumb impression. Based upon DNA, based upon your earlobes. They say each one's earlobes are peculiar. Very interesting. That's why, in the passport photograph, they want to have a profile. They ask you to show the ear profile. Because it's very difficult to roll you, to have an ear impression. Really. And so, I'm not talking about your DNA peculiarity, uniqueness. I am talking about the locus of the word I. In English, as in other languages, you have pronouns. He is a pronoun. He can be anybody. God is He. Concluded. God is He. Your uncle is He. So there is a He. Then there is she. He can stand for any male. She can stand for any female. In Hindi language, any object they have arbitrarily decided is she. For rice, the word in Hindi is chawal. Chawal is masculine. Then cooked rice khichdi is feminine. See, the male gets cooked, then becomes feminine. Female. So, the cooked male is female, okay? And therefore, I can't understand this. But that language, it's a peculiar language, it doesn't have a neuter gender. The whole jagat, the whole world is divided into he and she. Peculiar language it is. And much more simple. Only thing is you should know is Khichdi. I know I have a smattering of Hindi and I always commit the mistake of making that some of these feminine words, this masculine word become feminine word. I go on guessing. It should be feminine or masculine. Go on guessing, committing mistake. Therefore, I introduce myself. So this Hindi, suppose they ask, do you know Hindi? I say, kabhi kabhi aata hai, kabhi kabhi aati bhi hai. So Hindi should be aati hai. Female it is. Hindi aati hai. I can't say aata hai. Therefore I say, आता भी है, आती भी है. दोनों. So I neutralize all their criticisms. Because I myself say that aata hai, aati hai. So if I commit mistake, they don't mind. The best way of handling your problems is to say that I have these problems. Then they will tell you, I also have got the same problems. There is nothing, they cannot. The best way of handling shame is to make a joke out of it, okay? You are not all-knowing anyway. You are not almighty anyway. Therefore what? Just make a joke out of yourself. Where is shame? This is by the way, okay? And therefore, let us come back to the real topic. So, this every blessed thing is referred by either he or she or it. In all languages, in Hindi of course, he, she, but it's covered. He, she, and in English, he, she, it. Over, then there are some more pronouns. Okay? Some more pronouns. One is the second person pronoun. What is that? You. The word you I can use for anybody. You. You. So, for the word you, there are any number of people to refer by the word. I can use the word he to stand for any number of people. I can use the word she to refer any number of people. I can use the word it to refer any number of objects. Then there is another pronoun, it's called I, first person. I. Now, how many people you can refer by the word I? You tell me this. By the word I, how many people you can refer? Eh? Only one. There is no other way. That's why language also talks Vedanta. This is Vedanta it is. Because Vedanta is truth. There is no other way. There cannot be too many eyes. What you objectify is not I. The one who objectifies is I. And the only one who objectifies is you, referred by the word I. there is no second I. Wow. We take it very easily for granted. And you plead out to everybody, don't take me for granted. Don't take me for granted. You take yourself for granted. I, there is only one I in the world. And that is you. And everything else is object of I. Understand now? The object of I comes to light through a means of knowledge. Through eyes, through ears, other senses. The object is smell, taste, touch, sound and form and color. All these come to light through your eyes, ears, and other senses. One more fact here. Ears can hear. Swami is talking. You should hear. You do hear. Sometimes you don't hear. Why? It's not because of Swami's accent alone. That is one thing. The accent is a problem. But then there are other reasons. Everybody laughs. And there is always in the audience nudging the neighbor. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What happened? Ears are here. Swami is talking. All are laughing. I didn't hear anything. You know, one says, what did he say? What happened? Were you deaf? No. Maybe temporarily deaf. Why? Mind took off. Therefore, we are bringing in one more fact. Ears themselves don't hear unless the ears are blessed by the mind. You are walking. This is a very interesting thing. You are walking and two people are standing there and talking. And then, they are talking, maybe something very, very serious they are talking. And you can't let go any information which is important without your knowing. That's human. That's human. And what do? You want to hear, and you don't want to appear, you hear. Therefore, what do? You just go, your head turns this way. That is the weight of the mind, okay? The weight of Atma and the mind is on the ear, right ear. It turns like that. Inasmuch as you with your mind have to be there very much with the ears to hear, very much with the eyes to see, to taste, to smell. And from this we understand, mind alone cannot see, cannot smell, cannot taste. Eyes alone cannot see, ears alone cannot hear. Therefore, the mind, senses, mind means you. You need to be there behind the mind. Therefore, you are the only hero. The whole drama is a solo drama. It is mono-acting. Really, you are the only central figure, everyone else unlike you. And that is true with reference to the other person also. That's why marriage is possible. There is another I. From that person's standpoint, that person is the only hero. And everything else, you know what? Everything else is objects. From this we understand one thing. The object of cognition of I is entirely different from the object of cognition of this. This cognition, the object of this cognition. This is flower. And the one who has this cognition of flower is the person recognized by eye cognition. Flower is, it becomes evident to you through a means of knowledge. Now come on. The flower becomes evident to you through a means of knowledge. Sun is, moon is, black hole is, or this big bang was is evident to you through a means of knowledge. Now I am asking, your body is evident to you. You objectify your body. Body becomes evident to you. Hunger is evident to you. Absence of hunger is evident to you. Back pain is evident to you. Correct? And this emotion is evident to you. This knowledge is evident to you. This absence of knowledge, ignorance is evident to you. You are evident to whom? You are means I am. You have to say I am. I am evident to whom? I is evident to whom? Everything is evident to you. And you exist, to whom everything becomes evident. Time, space, everything else in time and space. If there is a heaven that is included, let there be 100 heavens, all of them are objects of your knowledge or belief. Evident to you. Your belief is evident to you, not heaven is evident to you. Heaven exists, belief is evident to you. And you exist, evident to whom? To yourself. Correct? In other words, the only thing is that I would say self-evident is the self. Self, your self is, your self exists, and your self-existence is self-evident. The only thing that doesn't require to become evident is yourself. Understand now? You are unlike everything else. Everything else becomes evident to you. You are self-evident. Long way we have come. And some more things we need to know. We will know. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
So what is the next big thing? Well, Galaxy believes the next big thing is you.
Me?
Yes, because of the power of Galaxy.
We can have some manana on what we listened to and understood. Swamiji starts off by bringing in the aspect of Viveka and how this Viveka is important for us to have knowledge, Viveka Vichara, and how there's a means of knowledge, how it's only with the eyes, any of the sensory perceptions that we perceive, and it is based behind the perception, there is this knowledge for us to cognize. And it's not just enough if you have the sense organs, you have to have the mind behind. And then he brought in the beautiful aspect of the pronouns. He, she, you, it, and I. You may have several yous, several he's, she's, it's, but there is only one I. For everything else, you need a means of knowledge. Whereas You need, they're objectified, they're this cognition. Whereas for the I, it is self-evident. And he says it's the whole drama is only about this I. It is like a mono act. Jai Gurudev. I would request everybody else also to share.
Jai Gurudev. The the perception and the inference which Swamiji talked, so it will be different for everyone according to their like cognition level. Like a person may be uh, uh, he'll be taking things according to his perception, and also the inference he'll be drawing would be according to him only. So it it basically, so it all depends upon like what cognition level you have. So it will be different for every person. But sometimes I have this question, like if like our sense organs, they are like they each one of us have same organs. It is not there's no difference, but still there is such a variety of thoughts and like your ideas. So it is so like variegated. It seems so vast how the nature has created. It seems just a wonder for me. Like how so many people with so many different views and ideas and thoughts, each one has different perception, and the inference he's drawing is different. So how intricately we are made, it's just a wonder.
Which is why the importance of Antakarana Shuddhi. The mind is colored by so many factors. One is past impressions, your own thoughts, and how you infer, what you perceive, how you infer. Like the example of the sun rising. What the eye see is not true. The fact is, knowledge is that viveka is that the sun does not rise. So it all depends on the level of knowledge and the understanding, the amount of viveka each one of us has. So given that
So
all
the
of us
okay,
are in different stages, the importance of antakarana shuddhi, where all these settle down, and there is it's like that example of the crystal he was giving. He held the crystal against his orange robes. It seemed, yeah, orange, but in your mind, it is crystal. That is crystal clear. The fact that
yeah,
it is only a pure crystal, until and unless that knowledge becomes crystal clear, whatever, wherever you see the crystal, you will, if there is some color behind it or in front of it, you will only see that as a colored crystal. That is how we are seeing, each one of us with that ignorance, shield of ignorance. We are seeing whatever we are seeing and we think that is true.
yeah. Mm. So it is basically that is why knowledge is given the uppermost position, that uh, the knowledge, and of course that purusharth, what is done. So it is that is how we will be improving our cognition level in every lifetime. So it all the the main is that you are gaining the knowledge is the main goal, I think everyone should be having, so that your cognition level deepens, and your perception, inference all improves rather. So that is why in every chapter we were reading that knowledge is the savior.
But even this knowledge ultimately has to be
Has to
dropped.
go, yeah.
Even that, like that last stick that you stoke this fire with, even that is offered,
Yeah,
even that knowledge, because you're able to cognize it. No? Anything that you cognize is not you. You're able to see the body. You're able to see the thoughts that come up in your mind. You're able to see the emotions that you're going through. You're able to see the memories that you are remembering. All that you see is not I. Does anybody else want to share before we close?
the example of Hindi's language was very like
Hilarious.
hilarious. Yeah, it was very very nice.
The fact that how he derived that the I is the only thing which is self-evident. How do you know this I exists? It is self-evident. There can only be one I. In fact, that is what Advaita says. Vedanta says, you are the only one. There is nothing else apart from you. all the different things that we see, the diversity we see, is not true, is mithya. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So beautifully he derived that. That is why towards the end he said, we've come a long way, but because he was hinting at that self-evident Shivoham, Shivoham.
It again and again re-emphasizes how important it is to keep our inner equipments clean so that we perceive the reality as it is. The example of that tree which fell and nobody heard the sound, it touched me the most. I mean, who heard the sound? There was nobody. There must be a sound, but nobody heard it. It was very, very beautiful.
And he spoke of experience and knowledge. He said, experience of the sun rising is beautiful. It is accommodative. Whereas knowledge that the sun does not rise is, he used a particular term for that. It is basically, it is that backed up with that knowledge, that vijnana, that discrimination. Knowledge versus experience.
So Viveka Vignan and Viveka Buddhi and Viveka Gnan. So Viveka Buddhi is the way we, with our Viveka Buddhi, we know that the Vivek Vignan says that the sun doesn't rise or set as per the science, but our we perceive them as though the sun is rising.
Correct. So that is what you directly perceive is not true. It is, there is something beyond that. And that is why he says, we must, when we're going through all of this, we should have that reasoning. That when it's backed up by that reasoning, then your understanding becomes clearer. Sometimes you might just have an odd question coming up. But is it backed by reasoning? Is it relevant? Is it so that reasoning aspect is so important? That is why Viveka is one of the pillars of knowledge.
So Viveka will only come if you have some knowledge. Otherwise, Viveka will not come, right? Like you have some knowledge, only then that inquiry would be there. Like it is not that he talked about inquiry also, no? That
Right. Viveka Vichara, he talked of.
Vivek Vichara. So for Vivek Vichara, you have to have some background knowledge. Only then that will happen, right?
Yes. Everything should be some knowledge. No, that is why he said, see, you have to open your eyes. That was so important. He says, how do you know I exist? How do you know if I don't speak? How do you know I exist? And then he gave all those examples of smell, the other sense perceptions. But if the Swami is sitting there and not saying anything, the only way you know that he exists is for you to open your eyes and see that he exists. So that eyes there become the means of knowledge. So that knowledge is important. The means of knowledge is important. And what I was relating to is that in the introduction to the Gita and all that, he had mentioned pramana is a means of knowledge, and Vedas are the pramana for, or Vedanta is the pramana for this knowledge. So why we have to have Shraddha in the Vedanta is because of this. And also, if you remember that story of that example of the person who has eye surgery, and then he has his eyes bandaged. The surgeon is asking him to open his eyes. But this person is saying, he says, you prove to me that I will be able to see, and then I will open my eyes. There is no way you can prove. You have to just open your eyes and see. Similarly, that Vedanta is the pramana. Unless we go through it, how would we see the truth? And he spoke of Viveka as knowing the truth, isn't it? I don't remember exactly what the sentence he said, but he said it is about seeing the truth as it is. With Swamiji's lectures, although the pace is a little slow, you have to stay with him from the beginning till the end. Otherwise, you will lose track. One can lose track. Yeah. So shall we close here? If anyone wants to say anything, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll do the Shanti part. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. We listen and meditate on the Nirvana shatakam. Check it.
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार चित्तानिनाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदोर्नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः